in the morning up to in the night. Around 8 o'clock, we mess up with them. By 2 o'clock, we start operation. That remain in our hand. Finally, the next morning, I start taking the train track. I left the main road. I only put defensive with my group. Took the train track from there as far to Bijo town, almost in Buchanan.
What year was that?
90.
1990.
90. In Buchanan. So getting to Buchanan, there were folks were there. You know, a guy was there, let's say Conrad. He was having a white handkerchief. That time they carried the police tackle truck with one other pickup. But due to Tata Meli operation, they changed him and put Jean Grasco there as battalion commander before we could enter to Bijo town. From the execution of Zawiete calls for Chasteda to change Tata Meli and put Jean Grasco there. While in Bijo town, we get my radio man, get the people frequency. I told them, I said, inform the people that when gorilla living the day, it's not good to you that love your life to be around me. So let the AFL leave the town. You know, that day Conrad was annoyed. Yeah, blasted at me to his satisfaction until myself I got vexed. We start marching straight from Bijo town straight to Totman Street. Totman Street. Going to Atlantic Street now. Some came from Little Basso, some came from the company Yahweh. They took the road. They left me to the Fountain Beach. Going to go get to the barrier at the time Conrad now come with the truck and the pickup. They left it down there for me. I took the pickup. They took their road. Some of them, you know, bulleted Chifu maybe. So he get to know that somebody around him, because first he was challenging info.
Conrad from the AFL?
From AFL, he was challenging info, having white handkerchief, giving command structures to his men. But I don't have big voice to shout at him, so I was very patient until when he knew that somebody around, they escaped, they abandoned Buchanan City. I was established to Merimo Hall on Atlantic Street. I was established to Merimo Hall. I was there until Emma Johnson came. He says, see, now the way we are here, they cannot say. So what can we do now? I said, but let the instruction come from the top. Later, instruction came about. They say, now they're sending reinforcement to occupy this town. The president said, you should move ahead. I started taking Monrovia Road. From Monrovia, from Buchanan to get to certain company yard on the highway before getting to Orange Grove. When we reached there, Armand Johnson came with the car. I told him, at the time, those who were on the ambush, they are ambushed one white small sport car with some AFL with one white guy were in the car. Armand Johnson came. Buchanan, Johnson came. He said, see, now I would like to go and bring some supply for you people before going to the waterfall to get to Hague. I told him, I said, oh, chief, the way we come like that, most of those guys, they run in the bushes, so it would be risky for you to go back. He said, see, one day people know that your only rule is no name. Let me go back. I said, but then you must not stay long, because once they only run like that, let we keep on running. When I want more, let we just keep on running. Don't give enemy a chance to rest. One enemy turn his back to you, suppressing anywhere he go, you all sleep together and you all shouldn't eat. He said, but then it's okay that I'm going for justice for you. I said, okay. On his return, he went. He fell in ambush. Johnson. You see. From there, some special forces then came around. They say, you don't think that ZigZag the man? And when they see where the ambush was, everybody was convinced. They say, no, these are not ZigZag. ZigZag not supposed to be not able to do such. You know. From there, it was manageable to enter in Hague. Yeah. Because at that time when I'm moving, they get the reinforcement group to occupy the capture place while moving. When they communicate now, and at that time they can't allow me again to go behind. So we were in Hague.
The ambush, Johnson fell in our AFL ambush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those guys that jumped in the bushes, his return, Johnson returned the AFL, then ambushed him behind me now, about an hour distance from him. Yeah. So while in Hague, the AFL, then they were to the airport. You see? You know, it was number one, but we were many in the battalion fighting. From there, we started engaging the airport. One morning, the mission end was too much for the AFL. They left the airport. We took over. When we took over, I never put to that airport. I only invaded the place we were running around. After from there, from the airport, I passed to Airsham. From Airsham, I came back. I passed to Brogaba. I get on the main road. Then I passed this room. I get to Jungle Mill. I came back to Bonaway. I take the route from there and get back to Sinalote. At that time, the special forces they were to the airport. They were many. They don't allow no junior commando to come there, listen. I left the town again. They say the people, we are in suffering, no way to penetrate the suffering. I said, okay. Why engaging suffering? They brought good message to me. They said, oh, city now arrived with une special forces, the late Foyer. Now arrived with une special forces. But the question some of that special forces to me, luckily, they are called over radio. I know suffering hard, you come and get some people, myself, escorting them there to you. You get a tower here on Suffering Highway. After you pass by the camp, you get a tower here there. From there to Do River. From there to Do River. So While there, that night Charles Taylor went there. He thanked all. From there, he asked the whole group, y'all know where the bullet come from? We said no. Y'all know where the rocket from? We said no. Y'all know where the mortar from? No. And I come in from 40 barrel dam wall, I operate it. Yeah. So when he asked us that question, he said, my brother has already arrived with some special forces. I'm sending come this out to you people. I was happy. That was the time I saw the Chuck Norris, commonly known Dumbe from Bailey, and then I saw them. But before seeing them, I heard two of my brothers from mother and father that was special forces for Foyer. Called them, the bigger brother called him Marzah. The one that next to Marzah, before I get there, they call him Marzah. But while we were operating, Peter carried our grandfather name, Peter Guana. You see? To my surprise, those special forces then they came. After we attacked Ken Suffering, my friend Zame, to enter in the town, they executed him there. I said, but then, when the people can kill Zame, I would make sure we enter to the camp there. And that was a little hard job. We were manageable that day. We overrun the place. From there, when Charles Taylor heard that we finished capture Ken Suffering, then one of my deputy NP commander, Danny Gayon, he called from Buchanan. He said, Chief, they arresting the brother then that went to you over there, the Foyer special forces then, they arresting them. They passing them in jail. I said, but what happened? He said, oh, as I learned, the finished Foyer. Even the special forces then that were coming, they told some of them to pass through Yela Bolo, to enter Zozo, to go wait for them, to execute all of them there. You know, so I call, no better response. You know, I begin to start feeling somehow. When I got to Buchanan, the other guys then that were in the jail, I took them from there. I said, you cannot go, you go and see my house. And they went there, I said, okay. I called Danny Gayon. I said, pour acid water in our lot. Pour acid water inside the iron bar lot. I said, okay. These gentlemen that here, I don't want to see them. These people, they are my bigger brother than friends. I don't want to see them here. Give them chance, let them escape from their jail. So, lately in the night, those guys then before out the jail. They went out. So myself, that morning I left, I went back to shopping. I was there. They are still coming. At that time, he moved to Hague. He used to come there and go back. He called me, he said, I want for you to establish combat unit, for you to go to take over Barnsley Estate because the Sierra Leone, the Doe government asked the Sierra Leone government to be helping them with reinforcement. So I want for you to go and establish to Monrovia Estate, then of course you will be able to get a new role on that side. Luckily we went to take over Monrovia Estate. We were there until ceasefire came about. When the ceasefire came, but yet then still we were there operating. At that time that was Nimba. You see, that was Nimba.
So that's about 92 now, right?
Yeah. That was 92. That was still 91. 91. Yeah. So we were there. Later, Putu Major came. Then Ben called Augustine West. He said that Putu Major man, he finished connecting with Prince Johnson. So you ought to go and tell the president. Then Augustine West said, but they Putu Major man, this guy is here fighting. Putu Major, he was the special forces too. Little boy. So from there, Putu Major went to my house to see 85, the Monrovia Estate. I asked him, I said, but man, how they were fighting? At that time, they lived Murray Maya, Murray Colubu. He was the fellow man. Murray Maya stayed alive, he isn't here. So when Murray Colubu then went there, he said, but that's true, the places where Putu Major can pass, ZigZag, you can't pass there. Prince Johnson will attack you, but how he managed to pass there? I said, well, I don't know, but the fact there, you'll try to pursue Prince Johnson, let him join up, because when Prince Johnson was all, most of these soldiers then you'll get, they can lose time for war. Sometimes when the war getting serious, when you go low, serious war fighting, sometimes 5 men, 3 men, 4 men. When the war in session to share for truth, those who go in, they will not reach to 10. You see? So from there, they went to Banga. They said, Putu Major could not. When I go listen, Putu Major killed. The king killed me. The same week again, I listen, they say, oh, Anthony Nakunabe Kona in Lopa, they pumped him with lamb to MP headquarters in Banga. They pumped him with lamb until he died. So that time, there was certain operation to ELWA. We left from Monrovia Estate, we take a short route from here, we took over ELWA. The following day, Foyer, they did Foyer. Now, so the lawyer did not hear him now. I said, what? He said, oh. He said, I said, but who then killed him? He said, the chief security, well, when he talked to the sailor, he listened, you don't know him. I said, that who? He said, John Marzah. So that whole week, I was not to myself.
Did you say Fiado?
Huh?
Did you say Fiado?
Yeah. Fairdo. Jackson F2.
Jackson F2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So from there, the whole week, I was just feeling from her. I said, but wait now. We said those Harrison Penner went to our country and killed there. But what Fairdo do about? wait. He said, oh, ZigZag, that one. Myself, I'm looking for my rescue. I'm not here to question those people. I said, okay, if so, who then killed the man? He said, Foyer, Bullet Patrol, Job Master, and others. So I was intimate noted with my children's mother. To my surprise, they say Prince Johnson came and attacked Juta. When Prince Johnson attacked Juta, the special policeman came and arrested me and took my radio from me. They say that for the business Prince Johnson wants to attack also, he can get you. I say, but from the starting of the operation, I don't get dealing with Prince Johnson again. So when those first battalion, the main road, when they carry on blunder, when the men enter to do that, I don't know about it. So they took me in the paper and carried me in Banga. I explained all what happened before Charles Taylor took a car to me. He said, go back to your assignment. I said, okay, I'm coming back. I went back. I was to my assignment. The second ceasefire, he said, I want to talk with Prince, so Prince can come by for us to plan for Monrovia. But I know, my son, now you are getting used to me, so I want for us to plan and get in Monrovia. I said, okay. So that day, I was now with him. He said that he and Prince talked. Then they sent for me to Barnumville Estate. They sent for Augustine, who was commander, because we were the combat unit at the time. Sent for us. He said, now Prince has agreed. I want for us to divide Monrovia before any other thing. Prince, that my son, among all the special forces, these are that the only boy that are left. So never you people feel discouraged. Nothing will not happen to Prince. I said, okay, Chief. He said, even with some dawn. Anyway, in Buchanan, I'm making a mistake. The little boat that we get from Little Barso, while coming in Monrovia, we get to Canchafran, we launch the plane, get to the mansion, we launch, going to go land to Freeport. At that time, I couldn't take boat. The boat that was on, the small boat that was with her, I couldn't use it. I get down to Mickle Town. We couldn't capture the Sundown ship. The people were moving. Later, Johnson BMA called me. He said, but ZigZag, it will not risky. It's not around for you to remain in Monrovia, moreover Mickle Town there. When logistics finish from this, you will not get supply. I said, that's true. And when I passed through Popo Beach to where the berry all can pass, when I get to 1 kilo, with 5 of my men, from my 4 of my men from my testified, we took all our weapons inside. I started it all chasing the ship. And when we get the ship, we went and land Buchanan. That's the one that forget about. So, last year, he said that we are making Prince Johnson and myself for you people to go and join your own bossmen so we can attack Monrovia. I will only let for the whole crew to go in Monrovia. All the special forces bring their suggestion. I ask for permission to permit me to talk. I heard in Monrovia there, that place, saying the inner sea formation is too small for more than thousands of human beings to go there. At least there be two communities and divide the place into three. Then we that will engage the marshal will go there straight to arrest that domain. You say, okay, it's okay. I will call Prince for him to come in Banga. So don't go nowhere. Be here. At the time I left from Monrovia, I went Banga. I was there to book a Hague. While there, I saw the late General Vani. He arrived with some of my brother then. He said, oh, Prince Johnson, nonsense one, myself, I was happy. They were. Send the master, then send the delegate more over our professor himself here. That means everything is alright. That means all the special forces have gone in meeting to set ambush for Prince Johnson. You see? To set ambush for Prince Johnson to execute Prince Johnson. Within that movement, I called Mr. Vani behind Banga Parking. Then midnight, I went to no I was having walking stick in my hand. God knocked me. I went to Vani. I said, oh, the people, the special forces had a meeting to ambush him. He said, see, when you see? I said, but don't talk to it. Right away, I start packing. So the following day, the day Vani car with some money. He said, you go. I want for Prince to come so you can divide the city for us to capture those. Then Prince will say, if so, you send 250 men, then I will divide the operation. I will plan the operation to divide the men. When this letter or among all the fighting force, we that were fighting on the spring before Charles Taylor could come, let most of all, we sent us to Foyer along with Augustine Way, Le Mans. We were there. One UN guy was here. They called him Mike. We were having some kind of white jeep. He went on the base that morning. He went to Prince Johnson Mansion to Taylor Mayor compound. He stayed long there. From there, and first when we get on the base, we gave up to all the fighting force. They lost all. Everybody was feeding fans. Some of our brothers for long we can't see each other. We were feeding fans. We start planning now. So I think we were few 07 men that were among them. We do select the marshal. We select the marshal to be our assignment. Some people was to take over the Bushro Island. We are taking over the marshal men all around between here with 4 honor all. Then those who will take over from former time to later, so because there were 3 groups. We are playing all the war plans. But when he came from Inter at that time, we now spent 3 days, 2 more days for us to come and rest those. PYJ came from Inter, he stood up without a common flag jeep. He threw it and go over the what you're here for? You're collect all the people, you're getting them khaki uniform. From there, all wore to him. We took all our clothes from all and gave all khaki suits. We put all to guerrilla brigade fence, to inner Langaden fence, to Foyer market. After Manisha, the market are up there by the police station. So we go on in the fence. When we listen also, we finish Sabe Lemon. Pretty good. We start thinking, when 2 or 5 men came, some of the boys then from Nimba they came, Bowotek, at that time Bowotu da. They came, they said, my man, we can't sit down here for us to follow these men to be fighting war without going home. So the best thing, they print something that we ourselves help our brother to attack him. So talking from one thing to another, one of his senior aide by the name Melo, he was coming from behind the guerrilla brigade stand, and a huge top guy was sitting under the market hall discussing. So when he was coming, he keep silent. 2 or 5 men came, a minute then came. That time we all were disarmed. They brought their own arms to all men. Say anything they do, you're all attack them. Okay. So one thing to another, the way we sit down matter too, they have start judging him. You don't go far, he bends. You go behind the fence, start off. You start listening. Yeah. From there, shouting. There are many shouting. He shot. He wanted to take the place to us. I said, my man, no. This man came back. He started to go to that 7 year farm. War broke up between us for almost 1 night, and to sometimes he was able to cross Buchanan. He was there. He sent bullet patrolmen to come check whether I crossed along with Kingdom. Foyer was so good. The rapid feeding the camp was there until he left. And we listen again, Prince Johnson called. He said, anything I do shall still he is my father. Now though in my hand I arrested though this morning. So, Father, I want to come with those. Before information reaching that some special forces, Benjamin is saying, they were many. They went on the road and set the ambush. You know, because he was the big boss for all, and he never did harm. He get that information again. He couldn't carry through. He stayed there until we and Prince then started extinguishing fire. He passed through Buchanan. He went in 90. So in 92, I was in Buchanan. From Buchanan to Smednote, Can Shofran, back to Buchanan, Smednote, Can Shofran. At that time, from 90 to 91, one Edward man, not Marzah, Edward man was assigned to Birmingham. You get me? Edward man was assigned there along with one senior commander called Alonso. We were there until recently when we got to time here, 95. Yeah, 95. They took me from the question pool and made me SS to be at the marching. We were to the marching until the war was intensified from local. For me, it was take care of me. Nothing will happen to me.
NPFL executive mansion, at the executive mansion here in Monrovia.
I mean, I come in because at 95 we get here.
Yeah. Election.
After his sacrifice, then the maker SSS 97 turning over to them. The small boy unit called SBU, some were assigned with Johnson Yema in Buchanan. So Ben, he was not giving me a chance to operate. We were there until when Nimba came about. We fought the Nimba war. Stay. Let war came about. That one, 2000 And with all that, where I took assignment info that I spent longer time, once there was Nimba interpreter, 2 Buchanan, 3 Harvest Menoti, 4th Vanjama, 5th to combat camp Vesala, 6th to the end in Cape County. In Cape County. So it happened once. I was to Vanyama. Brigadier got a call. He said, "Oh, ZigZag, the president now in town, but they doing it to all." I said, "By what means?" He said, "Oh, the director, the former director, Benjamin Yitin, Joe Toa, and some special forces, they now arrested Santuki with his wife. Even now, they now kill the people." So got away, he said, because he wanted the Prince Johnson soldier, Brigadier Gotter. Yeah. So I said, "Oh, for what?" He said, "Oh, Dwoki," they said that he was carrying Nimba redemption force in Nimba to raise Nimba, so he and his family then were going to go wait for the people. So they were arrested by Ben and some special forces. They executed people, including a wife and all. You know, that day, half of the Nimbalian then that we were in Vanyama, you know, we start feeding bad now. we start feeding back. Yeah. So we were there. Later, I used to go in, come, go in, come. To my surprise, let war begin. They say another group now come. They call them lead. I say, okay. When they come, we here. Let them come, we build a country. So we were there, from one thing to another, putting here and there, putting here and there. But the habit Ben will have is to love to all the soldiers assigned within, even you could be general or special forces, to love to your woman that was a molesting law. Ben you might yeah. So they say those guys then now come to Kolahun, the basin there. Before then, I was basing in Foyer to be helping mosquito then by the directive from Charles Taylor. Later, Ben said that when I stay be with those people then, because I through me Abu Keita then come to all Vamuma Sherry, Cobra. We all were together fine. But those guys then, they were not to leave off. But alas, each time when they come behind all, Ben and his immediate bodyguard group, they will kill some of our friends, unknowing to all. Before Cobra, then hand from all, the Ranger one, run from all. There were many that escaped. So the war now, it was flexible on my side because I have some people to consult with them to the enemy side, and I'm operating with NPFL. So the people were there. They established in Vahun. They established in Vahun. At that time, I was to Zui. Passing through Dubomana, Bete, Pumpkin Village to go Galema. There's a play, town trial, don't know whether I was the one before he submit himself. Then from there, Ben stand for me. He said, I will let for you to come in Vahun. Those garden that year, peanut butter then they now fighting. He just get part of food every day. We don't know where he communicating, whether he communicating with enemy or not. I want for you to come Vahun. I said, okay, chief. I start going Vahun. Then he said, I now send for Army Division, Roland Duoden, to go to Foyer. And are you sure when you assign to an area while the people coming around you, Ben can feel pleased? He will end up going there to establish there. So he went to Matera's son, who was the chief at the time. That was to his son. I was stopping. Ben went for visit. He said that in our house he will be. They took me up the hill there to the cocoa farm or there. So Ben released me from there. He said, you go Vahun. I said, okay. I left, I went Vahun. I don't know what happened there again. Those boys then, the king, they raised them. He sent for me and my crew. And all my bodyguards, some majority were Mani, Gisi, and my commander then that was with me, Abu Keita Mandingo, because nobody was expecting that I was guilty. Most of my bodyguard, OJ, Bone Black, Jeff Dawes, all those boys, they are social money boys. They call me back. Sumo Momon, the people right here to watch WCA, Pamori and his wife. The children then, they were with me. He said, Zig, it's not easy. I want for you to come in Vahun to base to the plain field here. Roland going to Foyer so you can raise Kulahun. I was happy to go there because my wife family then from Taninahun. The other one, her family then to Bolahun, some to Foyer. So my going there intentionally is to go and rescue my wife people. When I went in Vahun, peanut butter was a son there, Shedra Sepo was a son there, all of them, we all were a son, only one rule. Peanut butter went established to Nyanehun. No garden extend their operation all the way to Memula. When you come from Vahun, the first time, Memula, the shop then there. So I told them, I said, but my white people then to that place. And when I was going Freetown, I saw my white brother, the way they were looking at one ghetto family. He said, but see, before getting no family, I said, you're raised Kulahu. I said, okay. At that time, they were trying now to kill peanut butter. You were having some kind of satellite phone with solar panel on it. We were trying to kill peanut butter. So I asked him, what mainly was the point was one of our brother from Campley, he died at the front, and peanut butter, he was one of the guys who used to spend on soldier. Yeah. Even you died to battlefront, he will try after they get you ballet to following morning, I went with Abu Keita, the late superman. I went with them. We engaged Pupalahun. I passed through. I went to Jubedu on the left extreme. But I don't know all my white people. So I don't want to send them to Vahun because Ben now take all the Gio guys. Then from behind him, that's also Sierra Leonean boys then within her. And I don't want to send the people to Vahun. I sent some to Nyanehun, I sent some to Kamatahun. I was based into Pupalahun. That day, the peanut butter, we all went on our attack. They were on the main road to go Bolahun. I took the shortcut from Jubedu and get to Faunda. I was there. So while there, I was expecting For peanut butter then to hit on the main road, at least to come and share with old garden the time to take over the town. But they couldn't make it. I left to founder at that time. Ben now take a bodyguard troop. They now come afar to one small town side between Popalahun and Kamatahun. One small town there. They now get there. He called me. Then called me over the Turaya phone. When he called me, he said, Zig, but who people then here? I told him, I said, but chief, the people then there, they are my white people, but based upon the instruction, at that time, those who were living with them there, because of the instruction, I can't do otherwise than why I'm keeping them on my base. He said, okay, because they sending some Gambia forces then to you here. I don't want so they can charge you for kidnapping. So I carrying all the surveillance to Vahun. I said, okay. And myself too, I now lead to founder. The lay garden I come and take over Popalahun and go back to Jubedu at to founder. So I left the place, I crossed, I went to Cantahun bush with the men. Was sitting down to wait for the night. While I expecting when I reach to Kamatahun, I will eat and sleep fine. My wife, Lusu, they now take Lusu from there as far to Vahun, to my old house. Gave instruction to do Agba board then. Gave most of the people in Kamatahun. The horse that I used to sleep in when you enter in a town on your right, coming from Popalahun way. For us to enter in a town, I can't see leg. First, when I looked to the center of the town, I saw one of the hub going. I said, look, a lot of enemy around. They will creep and enter in the town. Yeah. So I called one of my bodyguards, it's a Cannibal. I called him. I said, you know how we coming around the enemy that in the town? He said, but chief, look up to that farm, smoke coming from there again. So I said, okay, you'll wait for me here. There are big valleys behind Kamata when you're coming from there on the right extreme. I passed in the bush. I went to go get in my house, the people house that I was basing in. I saw Barry. I opened the door, the place choked with Barry. I look around. I can't find nobody crossing. I don't see nobody in no shadow. So I took 132 pieces. I said, well, maybe that time tried to say, so let me blow around so they can come for to share who will get it down, let them get it down. I took the grenade, I sent it in the town. The sun up. Nobody fire. I get on the main road. I start walking to Popalahun way. And when I saw all my men, and most of my men, they are in town here, I saw them. I said, but to the house there, the enemy enter here. All the people we left here, they play not safe for us to sleep here. So the best thing, you ought to go to Nyanehun. Stay, we were taking road march, moving. We get to Nyanehun. I don't see nobody. I say, okay. Then I called to CO Sen to Kalahun. I said, CO Sen, please send me 2 squad. He sent 2 squad. I say, I will base here and see the forces that carry on the act. They now stay long. I saw Ben, younger brother, baseball, they enter. You see, where the ZigZag man said that keeping enemy here, that himself will come for so. So, I called him, I said, baseball, who is your enemy? Who you come for? The Lord that you father, you man not born you good. In fact, put the gun down and go to your brother there. What happened here? He said, oh, that I mean, but that the chief said, get the order before though Agba born and execute your people. So when I got there and left from there, Ben grabbed Lusu, my wife, and put her in separate tent. He came in time here to raise my wife, Kopo, from Taninahu. Raised her from there. He said he want to execute me because I want to go along on him. It was serious. So they grabbed me. Some of my friends then talked to me. Later, Ben too gave order. They carried me to this place, to MP headquarters, and detained me. I was in jail there for a week until those guys then overrun the place all the way to USC camp. Then Chancellor asked, he said, but where is these other people advancing? Before teasing me, then say, oh, Ben now arrested ZigZag. He in jail. Immediately that day, they freed me. And myself too, I was not feeling fine again because I was thinking whether the people that they executed them to Kamatan, whether my wife family were there. So I was not having good feeling again. So Chancellor called Ben, myself, we went to the marshal in his office. He talked to me. Then he said, but now where you want to assign? I said, but chief, I don't get nowhere to go beside you people. I don't get nowhere to go. I still want to be with my chief then to take instruction from you. So he shake his head. He said, okay, okay. No problem. What happened there? You see, peanut butter, he not a soya man, that just a big brother. He now come in time here, what he hear say the execution come out on you, this, that, forget it. And I the president who do that, I will arrest you. I say, yes, sir, chief. He say, forget about all that rumor. Take the Yamaha motorbike and go back. He gave me the motorbike. So when I went to the hall, I called Kopo. I said, Kopo, I don't know all you people, but they say we must not bring people to Vaum. But being a group, they went there, they killed half of the people in Kamantangu. And I don't know the people beside the old man and your other small brother called Kekura. He said, but you don't see nobody there to resemble Kekura. I said, no. But some of the people say they know your family. Some people say they know Lusu family, and Lusu too, or people then were there. Then Kopotu, she started crying. I said, okay. So they took me and sent me, they said an enemy today play Bopolu, the new country right here, Bapolu. Ben then went there, those guys and took the picker and the calabar from them. He came. He said, sister, I want for us to go. Now, Those guys then advancing now. So Charles Taylor called me. He said, Zeke, but why you been doing those people then coming? Where all your men? I said, Chief, those boys then with me. Even one of my bodyguards was executed by the same people during their execution time. They call him Momon. His father then sitting down right here to watch WCA. They are there now as we speak, as I'm speaking to you. He paid the labor. So myself, I was confused, and he now make those guidelines, they now go off hand now. So Chief, I'm not able to Foyer today, 1:14 here in the morning, to go and Foyer for another 4-5 hour distance again. So let Ben bring some of the men to fight. I say, he say, Zeke, you got to try what we will do. And I sent for each of them, they are coming from behind the people. I said, okay. So he sent for them. When they come, we will repair the attack. They get one other hill behind Camel Hague. So while attacking Govin, when a lion came across the road, he just stood on the road, started looking at all. So I called Joe Wapo. I said, my man, the bodyguard grew a banger. They now made that place fearful. I'm not able to go in that time to pass by the people that were with me, that they execute them there. I can't pass by that time again. Except Ben bring a bodyguard group. They'll go and tell Ben, say, Lion now hold the road from all. We start returning back. We went. I refer it to Ben. Ben say, oh, how Lion will come on the road? I say, I'm telling you life story. Ben say, okay, that today pass. When I go listen again, they say, Bapuludo Garden, they are there. I say, They say, they are there now. If you're not taking, it will not be easy. Then put all of us in car. While coming with that Mangona Jeep, then he said that he received certain documents from internet, chatted and sent it to him, Superman Nakona. Right to bar. After bar, some kind of care there. I was in behind bar coming. They were coming ahead. When they reached to that car, they saw them from bar. They were running, going towards all instead of going bombing highway. When they came, they bracket with Otu. They say, Ochi, the director passed, but we hear a taxan on the road. I said, but the men are firing dead are human beings. You that going, you are human being. Why you run away to come on this side? You can't go there. You ought to go. Let me see the place. So when we went, we passed by. When we get in our car, first I saw the existing data that were with Dr. Magona. I saw his body. I said, oh. You know that true. The people that were in the car, get one of them body yo. You know that those guys then captured the car. So from there, one of my boys said, "Oh, gee, yes, for me laying down. The hand not there, one hand not there." I said, "But then no car business. The BZT, they'll leave it behind. They'll bring the PK in." With few weapons, let we engage the people that go in. We don't even pass by the car. We saw the jeep blinking light. So I left those children them behind. I passed in the bush. I went inside the jeep. Ben was sitting down. Sharpshooter was standing, and some other. I get on the roof. I say, Chief. He said, oh, ZigZag. So he clapped his hands, he started laughing. I said, oh. They say you're not following ambush, but I saw something there. He said, my man, that special order from the top. So call those boys then, let them come. I say, I left them partly. They turned the cheek, they carried it back. Even the doctor that was present the execution of Superman, he from Freetown, he now one of the doctors he in this country. So they went to get those boys then. From there, director briefed them. He said nobody thought that ambush. But Superman hand was in the cloth, the hair was in cloth. When we got to White Flower, to Jastida New Hall, going down to Ben Hall, he took the back route, he took that cloth with Superman hand and the hair. One of his officers hooded, they passed to the byway and entered in the yard. So we were there now. Later, this Harrison Conway to call. He said, oh, the enemy, they are almost inbound. But those who are in Ganta, Roland, then now go there, they fail. So the Nibalian then that there, they call in themselves warrior, let them come and free their country. Now those guys are inbound. You know, that day I was disturbed. So I walked. I went in the fence. I said, Chief, I want to go to Nimba because my mother there. I want to go to Nimba. He said, oh, see, it will be all right. Even I will come and send for you to go. I said, okay, Chief. It was Thursday afternoon. Thursday night, they sent for me. They gave my Lord Justice with one other silver pickup. We start going Ganta. When we reach Ganta Friday morning, we get to Gma. From Gma, we get to where Ben CP was. We were eating an A1 bullet king and passed through the food and bust the pen. We left the food. By 2:15, we start engaging those guys. Sunday, the war was over. We fought for 2.5 days in Ganta. You know, everything was okay. So I was expecting to go Tapeta for the other group, the model then that were coming to that were in Tapeta. After I reached Secretary, they said, oh, those guys then to Pole River. So they call him Ben, they say you must can't go. When I open the radio, you can hear one sound. He not stay too long. I saw Chapel frying to see some kind of camp behind Ganta. Coming from Secretary, then coming, he said, but the National Chapel for you and your men, you're there inside, you'll go by Monrovia, those garden to Pole River. Yeah. So, we came for the first time. We compromised with them all the way from here to Bombing. A station to Clay Junction. We were there. Then other chain, they say, Zeke, it would be better you go to Sinjay. I say, okay. I will be to Sinjay. That was the time. And before giving the Sinjay assignment, we are already planning for Mosquito and myself to go Africa, but Ben couldn't agree. They sent me to Sinjay. I was there. Roland too was having one general, you know, because I consider Roland and I consider him, and he is as my niece from the same area. Nephew, let's say. So he sent me, when Ben sent me to Lopa Bridge, There were few guys were running behind those men. We went after compromising between ourselves. Some of them left, they went to Wiju. Some of them took the main road. So I stationed to Lopa Bridge. He said, rolling to call, he said, hey, I get one of my general there. Here nobody can pull. So big uncle, I beg you, when you go, you must reach him. They call him Father Adi. You were to snake him. So I called Father Adi. He walked to me to Lofa Bridge. I said, okay, I will give you bar wire and some other for them to be with you. Because they say, oh God, when they hear my name, they are hunting for me. But when they hear my name here, they will not come. They will neither take Bapa on our side. So I will give you some guard to be with you there. Those boys then went to Father Adi. They and no gardener shared through all the night. In the morning, I went there for their visit. I was with them until the place remained intact for all. That means they had took another bypass from there all the way to go get down around Gorokala. So that morning, Ben called me. He said, Zeke, now the old man want to see you. They get some logistics for you, and he want to give you pocket to put strength in you to make sure forget about what all happened between all. Operate as usual. I say okay. So when he called me at that time, my driver Blackie was having one of my motorbike. So I sent him ahead to Sinje. Myself, I follow to Sinje. From there, Ben said, come meet me to Clay. Bombing here now for. I said, oh. But no gardener, so you mean that bombing here trade they were coming on? So myself to pass through Sinje. I went and get down to Clay. Then I sent Blackie in town. On the way going, coming to this town, he saw a roadblock. He passed through. That means the layer 2 has come there to MP Century near Amandu town. They now kill one of the soldiers from there. The other rest for them to run to go to Benin and inform them to say enemy now get behind you. They never do it. All of them hang in the bush. So when I got to the junction, he said, oh, no, God did not take over bombing here. I said, but then, say they take over bombing here, did not come far. He said, no. I said, but you put the men together, they will go and engage them. He said, yes, that's true. That time, all the stars then were there. Ben was there, Roland was there, myself, and other, down to the late Gilbert, where Martin, the computer analyst, all of them were there. So when I go low, Gilbert told me, he said, my man, the weapon that sounded in bombing today, I don't hear the sound you. I said, but the way you don't hear the sound, when you were born another child to listen to such a sound as that, you that hear it, go there and solve it. So Gilbert, you all go there. We start moving towards bombing here. We saw the garden truck, the truck where the captor parking to rubber farm. I saw the truck. I told them, I said, now those garden, they are interested in the truck here. You other say Ambui, because the whole of yesterday and last night, we were fighting, so I can't hear go. The other said, ambush for them. Let me go and rest more to come. Some of the Roland fighter too, they say, hey, Jesus, we got to make it, we got to make it, we will go. I say, for German, now, the operation there, you know, when I operate, when my ear like the day, after a few days, I leave 1 or 2 days, when my ear come to it, say, I can feel free. They say, Chi, go rest more. I said, okay. I went to play. In the evening, I took 2 of my bodyguards.
Mr. Witness?
We went back to where the truck was at. At that time, I saw new footprint around the truck. And I called them and said, see, those guys then they will come for the truck. But they rode them men then they can't understand. I want so ambush can be here. Or let them go near the town when the troop come forward for the truck. Then after doing 1 or 2 things, before taking the truck from here, they say, man, the truck that Army Division truck, they couldn't listen to me at the time. I left, I went. On our return to come in Monrovia here, first I was due to ride with Gilbert where because they carry some drink for me, imported drink, and some commander at the front. So when I reached Ben, gave my 1 or 2 cartoons. So Gilbert said, can't put it in the car here. You and myself going. I said, okay. Going to go ride with Gilbert.
Mr. Witness?
Ben called me, he said, I want for us to lecture. Going to
I want to advise you to summarize now. Then we'll ask you questions. And then we're asking questions, and you can put in more of the explanation.
Okay. From then on, we came and fell in ambush, and I was in Rodan car, the BZ, the 106 car, including the car Gilbert where was in, the 1 Martin was in, everything was destroyed to that ambush. It was those guys in upper hand that time. Ben and his bodyguard then got down and jumped in the bush. I and Roland remained in his car. We went back. He left on the road. I went back to the BZT to my place in Sinjay. I came before clearing the road and got in time here. And now what happened? And they follow up until we were breaking right to EJ Rob building here. Compromising, no understanding. Before some strange people come and intercept, they call them Echo Me. So I told them, I said, they Echo Me here, that bar made it. So at the gorilla, when you're fighting, then one person gains victory, then the other red die. But you say 2 gorillas should remain living, you're talking about Echo Me, where you're the BB people. So that's how things go. Yeah. I'm ready for any other question now.
Okay, we want to thank you very much.
Thank you too.
For taking up your valuable time to share all this experience with us.
To a point.
Okay.
And during that time, you know, everything you do, even you can be a criminal or any organization, there are few people there to benefit, to enjoy from it. And at that time, the real warrior, our bodyguard now reached to 10. Except we reach to the front line. Deterring them to that jam, no way for them to come now. You cater to them, they be with you in that way. But those who looting around, You will see 2-3 cars with them passing, calling me ZigZag, no surveillance, knows me here beside the fighter. Maybe some people hear my name, they think say I'm some kind of big man with big God because they don't see me. But those who, they and myself compromise with one another, they can picture me because I was eye-to-eye operation. Thank you.
Thank you again very much. At this time, commissioners will ask some questions so that you can use the opportunity to clarify some things that they didn't hear or to emphasize and give more information on some matters.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Carry on with questions.
Commissioner.
Mr. Witness, I'm Commissioner Pearl Brown-Poole. I want to say thank you very much for coming. I want to say sorry for the death of all your people. Because from what you say, it looked like the death of your people was the one that caused you to go to fight.
Yeah.
The ones they killed before, though them people killed, then later on it looked like your own people then, who you were fighting with, killed your people. And you see, when you were talking too, but it means that we were not paying attention to you. Some of the things you say, it make us wonder, make me wonder. Because we got to really find out what the cause of the war. And it looked like from the time the war started, the cause began to change. And many people went through to the war for the killing, they killed their people. But you all self, from the way you talk, it means I'm not here to condemn you, because it's not my position. My position here is to find the truth. And based on the truth, we can see how we can go forward for this country. I thank you for coming. But you see, even yourself for the war, people kill you, you went there. But for those X number of years, you started from 1990 to 2003. And I want to say thank you. Because from your own mouth you talk, sometimes they ambush you, you have to ambush for your life. Your own boss then won't kill your wife and all. And so you self had to go to the front line, you self killed too. Is that correct? Did you do from 1990 to 2003? Did you have the, I won't call it opportunity or the time, but during that time, to the front line, did you ever hold gun and shoot anybody and because of that person died?
That may work, Commissioner, Honorable Commissioner.
That was?
I said that may work. You cannot fight war with hand or neither with mouth, rather than with gun.
With gun.
And the gun was something
that killed.
Someone bring it, and through his instruction, we were going by it. You don't do it, you be affected.
It's the same way now, you say that word. So the answer...
The answer that through cross-border, you know, some of the enemy become the victim. But I don't get up to go and kill from here.
Some of the enemy became victim, and how they became victim? They died?
Yes.
Now, that was enemy. Who were the enemy? Were the enemy also Liberians? Men, women, and children?
No, some were Liberian army, some were Guinean army, some were Sierra Leone army, and some were the faction then that were fighting against all like Unimo, Model, yeah.
But so they all were Liberians.
Yeah, I can't tell because
now
some
you say they were enemies.
Yeah.
You call them enemies.
Yeah.
But today, at 2009,
yeah,
when you look back at Ulimo, LPC, we finish with the war. What will you consider them to be now?
We are brothers.
We are brothers.
Yeah, brothers and sisters.
And sisters.
Yeah.
And nieces.
Yeah.
And nephews.
Yes.
And cousins.
Yes.
So we from one people, right?
Yes.
At this stage, you sit down there, Sister Marzah. Because I said this place where you sit down, thank God that you realize it. Because we're writing now, we're putting it down in history for our children.
Yeah.
And you part of the history. Long time we heard about Chief Katomo, we heard about Boswin, we heard about Hillary Tish, we heard about even Ashman, Jehuda Ashman. But after what we finish by next year, we hear about ZigZag Marzah. You call some name, Prince Johnson, you call Dolo, and from you talking, you're able to know the person who told you that Benjamin Yeten them had killed Doki. But in our statement also we learned that they said that Doki was going to Nimba area to go join the Nimba redemption forces. To those who didn't know, when we went to America for hearing just like this with the Liberians in America, they went to Minnesota. And what he need Doyen, Corporal Doyen, who for the Liberian people there, and the late Senator Doyen's son. He did confirm what you say from the standpoint, or he talked about a Nimba redemption counsel. So to those who haven't heard it, Corporal Doyen didn't talk about it. Then they had a Nimba redemption forces. And in that Nimba redemption council, there were people from Nimba who were supporting the the people there to fight. What, ready?
With the Nimba Redemption Council, I can't talk much about them. I was only concerned when I heard about the death of Saint Doki. So I don't know who support them or whether that was true or lie.
Okay. But you knew, did you ever, since you were there from that time, although I agree you from Nimba, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about a Nimba redemption force that fought for, I think 1 week or 2 weeks? They fought really at one time. They really had to go to save the town. Because we to the place now, the place where you're sitting and the place are sitting, that asking questions and listening. And sometimes when we in the answer box, we don't hear some questions. And sometimes when we sitting here, a question we don't want to ask. But because we want to move forward, we're not here to set trap for nobody, but we want to know the truth. Because if we don't know the truth, and we just know half of it, and that half that we know, we call somebody that their name will be written wrongly, that judgment will be written on them wrongly, they what now we want. But we want when we hear the truth for everybody, irrespective of who it is, that when we say, yes, you won't be sure that what happened. So do you know, you heard some names, do you know there were times that when the people were trying to take over Nimba, that the Nimba people had to come as a force to really fight to defend their town? Nimba redemption forces?
Thank you, sir.
And that's all our commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Okay. You see, with me, as far as I'm concerned, we the Nimbalian, we only embraced Charles Taylor because he said that he came to free us from those forces. But to me, I don't believe that there were any Nimbalian to set up clique against we the Nimba children that fighting to liberate our people. They just kill our people falsely. That what I look at the government, it was just a chameleon government. That's all.
Thank you. So you didn't know about the Nimba redemption forces. All right, I won't go to that.
They just kill our
Secondly,
people.
why did they call you ZigZag? Marzah, please explain it because my interpretation from what you talk, the people, I want to tell the truth why they call you ZigZag.
My zigzag, I will tell you shortly, but you will not know the meaning, is because beside God, I don't see no one to do no harm to me. So I'm free. Even I was to the hill when I called the honorable then here, I think Steve. I said from here, I want to face the TRC the next week. But to my surprise, they don't call my attention, and this year they said the first week. So I means what really make me to go and testify against Charles Taylor is because of the people.
Okay.
But no Nimbalian took arm against us, no.
I didn't say Nimba took arm against you.
Nimba redemption, people were there from Nimba to support Nimba redemption council to fight. I said no.
Okay, no, the next question, I'll finish with that one. The second question, why they call you ZigZag? But you told us, because I thought, you know, when you say ZigZag, it's something that go like this, then it comes so, it goes so, it comes so. And when you were talking, you started with NPF Prince Johnson.
No, I start with NPFL and I will end it with NPFL.
You started with NPFL, you ended with NPFL.
Yes.
Was there any other time that you were with? Because why the TRC is supposed to bring accuser and accused together, and we do it. Now, doing your talking, was there any time Prince Johnson called you and you were with Prince Johnson to talk for ambush for Doe or anybody else?
Let me remind you again. I told you before I was operating under Prince Johnson, it was direct order from Charles Taylor. But because of power greed, the special forces then wanted to execute Prince Johnson. But I don't fight with him at the time he was NPFL.
Oh, but you never fought with him?
I fought with him and captured complete.
Oh, you fought with Prince Johnson?
Yes.
And captured complete?
Yes.
For that time you fought with Prince Johnson was still NPFL?
NPFL.
He had not broken away from?
No.
Okay. So when he captured complete, then that's when he broke away from Taylor.
He didn't break away at the time Taylor and Kanye. Some of the special forces like Benjamin Yetan, Joe Toa, and some other went to where when Prince Johnson sent letter to Charles Taylor, the late William Obey, they will take the letter from inside the envelope and write their own letter and put it there. Even telling Charles Taylor that he Anyah jacket Prince Johnson now wear a and which there were 4.
Oh, so what I see that despite it, although the people were supposed to be fighting for one cause,
yes,
but within their own self, the people who were supposed to be fighting, they start undermining each other.
Okay.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. What made Prince Johnson to go separate?
Okay.
Later they start arresting some of all that were helping. You know, that were close to him.
Close to who? To Prince Johnson?
To Prince Johnson, because all the time before we operate with Prince Johnson from Nyogoman to come as far to Teaple, he let us know that he make us to understand that our leader is Charles Taylor. But the position in which William Obey supposed to occupy, he was scared he abandoned the place and go back to Africa. Prince Johnson occupy it and declare himself battle group.
Yes, Mr. ZigZag.
Yeah.
Then, that 1990 you talk about, I see straight from 1990 you're going ambushing each other because we got to find some decision when we ready to, after hearing all this. Up to 2003, Benjamin Yeton is your boss. You bodyguard to him. From what I understand, even Yeton start loving all of everybody wives, the general wives, and you say that was the medicine. You think maybe something by loving them, that the way to get the information from them what the other people were doing, or you want to agree that was his medicine, that what he did it for?
What I don't allow for he to do it to me because he's just a little brother, even though he have that opportunity to occupy such position. So I don't allow him to do it.
Okay.